Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys all so much for being here with me today. So in today's reading, we're going to take a look at your person's secret thoughts about you. So what's hidden in their mind when it comes to you. So go ahead and pick whatever pile is calling out to you and we'll get started. Alright, pile 1, let's get into your reading, pile 1, and see what your person's secret thoughts are. Alright. Pile 1. What are Pile 1's person's secret thoughts about Pile 1, please? What are Pile 1's person's secret thoughts about Pile 1, please? We have the 7 of Wands and the 10 of Cups. What are Pile 1's person's secret thoughts about Pile 1, please? We also have the 9 of Wands. What are Pile 1's person's secret thoughts about Pile 1? The 3 of Swords and the 4 of Swords. Okay, so what I'm getting here, we have the Page of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So what I'm getting here is that your person is definitely secretly thinking about persevering in this connection, sort of regardless of anything that's happened between the two of you. You guys may be in separation, or there may be stuff going on in this connection where one or both of you is feeling kind of heartbroken. There may be you guys aren't connecting quite, there's some sort of blockage here maybe, but regardless, we have the 10 of Cups coming out, so it's like your person still sees you as like their happily ever after, their person, they feel very content with you. I feel like the 10 of Cups is just kind of like ultimate bliss with a partner, so it's like they still have this like long-term vision of the two of you guys being in a union, in a romantic partnership. And with the 7 of Wands and the 9 of Wands, it's like they know that they have something very special with you here with the 7 of Wands. They know that you are this person to them, this like, I'm getting like soulmate energy for sure. Like they know that this is who you are to them. And so even when times get tough, it's like with the 9 of Wands, they aren't surrendering. They want to hold their ground, even if it's been like a bit of a bumpy time for you guys currently, or there's just stuff going down. It's like your person secretly is very much still holding on to this connection. So for some of you, with this 3 of Swords, you guys may be in like no contact with your person, or they may not be showing exactly what they're thinking about, exactly what they're feeling, but definitely deep down, their secret thoughts are that they don't want to ever like let you go, really, and they want to have another chance. Even for those of you where there's a separation, I feel like they want to come back and fight for this. With the 4 of Swords here, it's like they've been definitely meditating. I feel like they've been healing, they've been contemplating, they're trying to heal from this 3 of Swords energy, and I feel like as they heal their heart, they're just reflecting on how special you are to them, how meaningful this connection is to them, how definitely irreplaceable you are. The 10 of Cups kind of indicates that you make this person feel complete, you make them feel whole, like there's no one else that could really take your place beside them, is what I'm feeling from that. They may even secretly think about having a family with you, literally having offspring together, having kids, things like that, or just having pets, that kind of deal, just the two of you guys really living your lives together and enjoying it. It's interesting that the 3 of Swords is in their secret thoughts, so for some of you, if there is some sort of disconnect or separation, they may be on the surface acting like they're fine, like they're not hurting, they're not sad, but they definitely are very, very sad here with the 3 of Swords. It may be that they I'm getting this image where it's like they may spend the entire day sort of putting on like a fake smile for the public or for other people, sort of acting casual, like everything's okay, but then it's almost like they kind of, when they have time, they kind of maybe run away and sort of, I'm hearing like they like kind of hide themselves away, like tuck themselves away in a place where like no one can see them, and maybe they let out some tears, maybe they really get in their feelings when they're alone, but I feel like they don't necessarily want other people to see that. With the 9 of Wands and the 7 of Wands, your person may be a bit of a defensive person. They may have a lot of walls up with people as well, very self-protective, and they may on the surface seem to people like they almost are like an emotionless person that's not affected by a lot. I feel like they are affected by a lot. They're very emotional, they're very sensitive, but they definitely, I think, try to hide it for whatever reason. Clarify the 10 of Cups, Pile 1's person's secret thoughts about Pile 1. Clarify the 10 of Cups. Queen of Pentacles, clarify the Ten of Cups, pile one's person's secret thoughts about pile one. Clarify the Ten of Cups, pile one's person's secret thoughts about pile one. Clarify the Ten of Cups. Four of Pentacles. Okay, so yeah, your person is still very attached to this idea of like you almost like, for some of you, they are very attached to the idea of like you being their future wife or even husband. Definitely the Queen of Pentacles is that very committed energy. They see you as a very nurturing person. This is definitely like sort of ideal long-term partner, energy from the Queen of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles, so they're still holding on very tightly because I feel that with the Queen of Pentacles, they see you as a very valuable, very special person. And again, it's like I was saying earlier, they feel like no one could take your place by their side. And so they are afraid of losing you, I feel like. They're afraid of maybe losing this future with you if things stay in this Three of Swords energy between the two of you, if things don't resolve. I think they also could be scared of maybe you walking away or ending up in another connection with somebody else, having the Ten of Cups with somebody else. That could be something they're secretly maybe very jealous about as well, or paranoid about. Clarify the Three of Swords. What are pile one's person's secret thoughts about pile one? We have the Four of Wands. Yeah. Clarify the Three of Swords. Pile one's person's secret thoughts about pile one. Clarify the Three of Swords. Pile one's person's secret thoughts. Ten of Swords. Yeah, so this union that they so, I feel like, deeply desire with you, they're in a lot of pain here with the Ten of Swords. That's like that rock bottom energy, a very painful ending, as well as a very painful but I feel like important lesson. So with this Three of Swords, depending on the situation, this could have been, just wrong timing. There also could have been a betrayal here with the Ten of Swords of some sort. Maybe your person walked away or, distanced themselves or whatever happened. But I feel like this was a very painful lesson for your person in terms of maybe your value and your worth to them as a person, because it's like now I feel like they're getting this clarity here with the Three of Swords that you were always the person for them. You were always their Ten of Cups. They're always their Four of Wands, their harmony, their stability, their love here. This is also a twin flame energy for those of you where that resonates. So yeah, it's like the ending of this union. And I feel like they still have hope, though. I almost feel like with the Four of Wands that maybe you guys could come back together at some point. You could reconnect. I feel like they do still feel this really strong soul attraction to you. This strong connection. I feel like they definitely maybe reminisce on times where you guys were more maybe in a happy union together, or they may even fantasize about what it would be like to be in this happy union if you guys were never like fully together. Clarify the Four of Swords. What are pile one's person's secret thoughts about pile one? Clarify the Four of Swords. Pile one's person's secret thoughts about pile one. Clarify the Four of Swords. What are pile one's person's secret thoughts about pile one? The Moon and the Seven of Swords. Yeah, so I'm getting some Five of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So there may have been some, even I'm getting like mental health stuff your person has been dealing with that may have caused problems in this relationship. There may have been some shadows that they still were holding on to or that they hadn't really looked at. Like their shadow side may have not been very thoroughly examined. And so with the Seven of Swords, this can be about I feel like this is a self-sabotage energy. This is sort of wearing masks, hiding their feelings. But I feel like with the Four of Swords, they are definitely reflecting upon, I feel like, the ways in which that maybe they did things that were hurtful to you or caused problems in the relationship. I feel like they're working on healing their shadow side right now. So in this separation, I feel like it's really taught them this important lesson to maybe be more honest, about their feelings, to be more honest with themselves here. And also I'm getting an energy, something about running away, not running away from issues, not running away from themselves. I feel like they may have run away from this connection because it may have shed light on a lot of their insecurities and like doubts. They may have found it too difficult or too triggering at one point to maybe be connected with you. And so they may have self-sabotage to sort of have an out to, like escape the connection or something like that, because there are all these deep emotions being triggered here with the moon. But they are doing that shadow work now in this silence, in the they're in a very meditative place, I feel like, currently. Which is really good. I feel like they are learning whatever lessons they needed to learn from the connection. Even if they're not showing it on the surface, there's a lot, I feel like, going on with them kind of beneath the surface. There's a lot they're learning and healing and growing from. All right, what are Pile 1's person's secret thoughts about Pile 1, please? What are Pile 1's person's secret thoughts about Pile 1, please? What are Pile 1's person's secret thoughts about Pile 1, please? We have Shadow. What are Pile 1's person's secret thoughts about Pile 1? I'll just take all these. Okay. So we have the Shadow card. So yeah, that's that Seven of Swords energy, like kind of devil energy. Ten of Swords. It says, dark night of the soul, rock bottom, feeling empty, self-loathing, and mental health issues. Yeah, I think I was talking about mental health issues maybe being something here. So they are looking at their shadows. They're looking at how maybe their mental health issues may have damaged this connection. I feel like they could be seeking help for those issues. We have the Baggage card. Need to release old patterns, stuck energy, blockages. It's not you, it's me, unresolved issues and emotional burdens. So they know that they have some baggage that they need to release. I feel like if they do want to come back to you, if they do want to ever have this Ten of Cups with you, the Four of Wands, the Happy Union, they know that there's a lot that they need to release. There's old patterns that aren't going to maybe fly anymore. It's also interesting, it's not you, it's me. It's like they're realizing that maybe they may have blamed you in the past for things, or not fully understood the connection, or why maybe it was so difficult for them, or why they got so triggered. But I feel like they're really seeing how the things that triggered them in this connection were actually old wounds that they needed to heal. So I feel like they're getting some insight, actually, self-awareness. So we have the Temple, inner union, awakening, spiritual growth, leaving behind illusion, and culmination. So there is this sort of energy where your person is having an awakening. I feel like because of this pain here with the Three of Swords, it's sort of forcing them to get a higher perspective. And they're leaving behind this illusion of the shadow energy. And I think seeing also the spiritual nature of this connection and how it may be a very profoundly meaningful connection, especially, this is definitely a deep soul, twin flame connection. They may be like starting to become very aware of that this is a connection that has aided in their spiritual growth, and I think they want to take advantage of that, maybe rather than running away from it. We also have the Star, wishing, hoping, praying for a miracle, good surprises, and manifesting. So yeah, they still have hope, I feel like, for this connection, which is why with the Seven of Wands and the Nine of Wands, like, they haven't fully given up on you. They are still praying that maybe things get better. And then we literally have the Prayer card, connecting to a higher power, spiritual awakening, meditation, channeled messages, and worship. An interesting spiritual kind of growth and awakening happen on the Temple card. They may literally be like researching religions or going to some sort of religious teacher, or literally trying to ascend spiritually. Because I think they're starting to see how maybe in order to get out of this shadow energy, it's almost like the sunken place sort of vibe here, they do need to ascend. They do need to reach for something higher. They do need to maybe literally pray to their higher self or something like that to help them get answers or get unstuck or heal even. Okay, and I feel like this is all very connected to this relationship. I feel like it's like the sort of pain here with the Three of Swords and the Ten of Swords that is not really resolvable with like normal means, if that makes sense. It's like maybe in the past, if there was a breakup, they would just, party a little bit more, dabble in a little bit more, like, like drinking and stuff like that. But it's like this kind of connection, because it's like so heart level, so soul level. I feel like it's something that they actually do have to really go in and heal with like spiritual means, rather than just distractions, is what I'm getting. All right, Pile 1. What are Pile 1's person's secret thoughts about Pile 1? What are Pile 1's person's secret thoughts? We have express your love and flirt. Okay, so they are definitely thinking about maybe coming forward to you in this lighthearted energy with the flirt card and expressing that, maybe they still definitely have feelings for you, they still love you, they still think about you, they still feel the connection. So they are thinking about making this romantic gesture, I feel like, to return to you, which is really sweet. Um, they may have had a hard time expressing their love in the past, and so I think they're really thinking about how, in order to maybe resolve issues in the connection, there's a certain amount of, like, these masks have to be taken off. They do have to come from the heart, is what I'm hearing. Like, they know that I'm hearing, like, to earn your trust back or to earn your forgiveness, like, they need to come from a very deep heart level place, because I feel like they know that that's what you deserve, and also that's what you're looking for, maybe, in them, to see that they've actually maybe changed or they've actually grown. All right, let's see. What does pile one's person want to say to pile one right now? What does pile one's person want to say to pile one right now? Okay, we have inner child. I'm learning to love and nurture my inner child. So yeah, they're doing that shadow work. The baggage could totally be childhood wounds that were coming up here. That would make a lot of sense. We also have decisions. I'm making important choices about my future right now. So they may be at a bit of a crossroads right now. Literally having to decide, like, do I stay in the shadow energy? Do I stay in my darkness? Do I stay with all this baggage? Or do I literally ascend and heal and grow and come to you as the best version of myself? We have balance. I want to bring balance and fairness to our connection. So there may have been imbalance. There may have been things that you felt that happened that were very unfair, ways that they acted maybe that were not helpful to you or the connection. And I feel like this is part of maybe these decisions is, like, coming back to you maybe with an apology or an explanation, something like that. Then we have the mask card. My fears made me hide behind a mask and live a life of illusion. So that's literally the Seven of Swords, is that they were very afraid and they were wearing masks with you in this connection. And they were literally living a life of illusion, which is like the shadow here. So they may have gone down a darker path for some of you for a period of time, maybe chosen things that were not maybe for their highest good, and I feel like they're starting to really reflect on that. It's like they betrayed themselves and they also betrayed you, is kind of what I'm getting here. But it was also self-betrayal, because it wasn't really their happily ever after. Whatever path they went down was not what was really fulfilling them. I feel like on the soul level, it was maybe just easy to them, or what they felt like they were on, like, the vibrational match to, if they were in their sort of negative energy here. All right, let's get some more messages. What else does pile one's person want to say to pile one? What else does pile one's person want to say to pile one? Ooh, that one flew out. We will be connected for all of eternity. Okay, so they definitely feel very connected to you, definitely a very deep soul connection. They still feel connected to you, even if it's been time since you last saw each other. What else does pile one's person want to say to pile one? What else does pile one's person want to say to pile one? There is truly no competition. No one else really ever had a chance to take my heart, because it always belonged to you. So if there were other parties in this connection, they're saying, like, no one has my heart the way that you do. No one else really ever had the chance. It's, I still feel connected to you. My heart's always been with you, regardless of how I was acting. I'm making new choices. I want different things for my life now. See, look at that, making important choices. Making new choices, choosing to leave behind an old, more negative version of themselves. What else does pile one's person want to say to pile one? I have a burning desire for you, so a lot of passion for you still. I'm grateful for all the love you've given me. I feel like they really are very grateful for, maybe you really, like, loved them very unconditionally, and they're recognizing that. You saved my life, so maybe they feel like you sort of came into their life to show them a higher path, or a dream of a better future for themselves. They may have been in the shadow energy long before you turned up in their life. That may have been something that, personal demons they're really struggling with in life. And maybe they feel like you brought them hope for something. I'm hearing, like, something that they could attain that was really meaningful, like with the Ten of Cups. They may have never dreamed that they whatever, you know, have settled down with somebody, have a family, have that like sort of marital bliss, have that domestic happiness with somebody. They may have been sort of lost, just like aimlessly wandering through life, making questionable decisions, and they feel like you came in to show them maybe how imbalanced they really were, to show them the potential that they could live up to maybe someday. I apologize for my inconsistent behavior. It's due to mental conflict I'm having to sort out right now. So that could be past energy or current. Your person may be sort of hot and cold with you if you are in communication or with them. And yeah, they're having to sort out their mental conflict, these mental health things that maybe they're struggling with, taking off those masks. All right, and a couple more messages. What else does pile 1's person want to say to pile 1? What else does pile 1's person want to say? I want to be in a harmonious union with you. Look at that. And we have the 10 of Cups. So very, very true. Your person does want this harmonious union. They do want this, you know, love between the two of you, the connection. They definitely still think about that. How, you know, beautiful it would be to come together with you and be really happy. What else does pile 1's person want to say to pile 1? What else does pile 1's person want to say? We've had many past lives together, so that's probably why they're saying we will be connected for all of eternity, because you guys have perhaps met each other many times throughout past lives. This could just be another you know, round of you experiencing each other. They may literally be aware of the soul connection as well as they're having the spiritual awakening. They may be like, yeah, I'm pretty sure pile 1 is probably my soulmate or my twin flame, whatever, you know, I'm sure we've known each other before because the connection is just that intense, you know, that real. You're my heaven on earth, that 10 of Cups energy, you still are this person's heaven on earth, and you're electricity in my veins. So you really, I feel like, give them life, you give them energy, you give them passion, desire. They may feel quite lonely, maybe very kind of cold when you're not in their life at all. It's like, you know, the spark maybe feels like it's gone out a bit for them, and you really, I feel like as soon as they see you, it's like just, yeah, this electric energy, this really beautiful chemistry you guys have. All right, before we close out your reading, I'll get you a word of advice from these beautiful cards now and see what you need to hear, pile 1. What does pile 1 need to hear right now? What does pile 1 need to hear right now? Guidance for pile 1. Let's see. So we have this renewal card with this snake on it. So this is definitely reminding me of like Kundalini energy. Here, something, you know, you're shedding some part of yourself, it looks like. We have rest, switch off the mind. A short holiday would do you a world of good at this time. A change of scenery results in renewed clarity and sense of purpose. So this is kind of giving me like 4 of Swords vibes, which is interesting because that's kind of what your person's in right now too. You know, you can literally take this advice and go on a holiday, but I feel like you could literally just take a holiday in your house where you turn off your phone for like a day and just, you know, maybe go outside for a bit, hang out, meditate, things like that. But this could also be that like you need to maybe let go of how you're viewing the situation, or maybe certain limiting beliefs here as well. Like how it says like a change of scenery results in renewed clarity and a sense of purpose. And that literally could be like a change of mental scenery, where you maybe kind of release yourself from where you were at mentally, and maybe regain, yeah, that sense of purpose. Let's get you another message, actually. What else does pile 1 need to hear right now? What else does pile 1 need to hear right now? What else does pile 1 need to hear? Okay, oops. I'll take the one on, or I'll take this one. Okay, so this one says, enjoy the journey of life. Be not afraid of its mysteries. Take a chance and follow your heart. You are guided and protected by Kuan Yin, goddess of mercy, compassion, and transformation. If you have been wavering about proceeding with something that is dear to you, then this is your confirmation, just do it. So it's interesting, it says like, you know, renewed clarity and sense of purpose. So there may be something you're feeling called to do in terms of your purpose, in terms of your career, your mission. That literally could be going somewhere if you're feeling called to travel somewhere. But this is definitely saying to follow your heart because you are being guided by, forces that are watching out for you, as well as, guiding you towards your purpose, which you may be a healer if you're connected to Kuan Yin. You may be a light worker that is intended to do a lot on the earth for other people. So I feel like this is saying, like, in all matters, in this connection and other things you're dealing with, always, follow your heart and let it guide you because it will lead you to, I feel like, the best outcome when you do so. All right, Pile 1, thank you so much for watching. It's been a pleasure reading for you, sending you lots of love and beauty and abundance and all those other good things. All right, take care. Bye-bye. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. Thank you guys so much for being here. Let's get into your person's secret thoughts about you currently. All right, Pile 2. What are Pile 2's person's secret thoughts about Pile 2, please? What are Pile 2's person's secret thoughts about Pile 2? We have the Knight of Wands. Pile 2's person's secret thoughts about Pile 2. Knight of Swords. Whoa. A lot of movement. What are Pile 2's person's secret thoughts? Seven of Wands. Pile 2's person's secret thoughts about Pile 2. Pile 2's person's secret thoughts. The Nine of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. Alright, so your person is definitely thinking about action here. The Knight of Wands, the Knight of Swords, they're definitely thinking about pursuing this connection. The Seven of Wands shows that your person is feeling like they want to fight for this connection. They want to put in the effort to stand their ground, stand up for you, for them. You can see in this card that's like this fox is almost like guarding its family here from this sort of opponent. So it's like your person feels like you are very important to them, very valuable to them. They may literally feel like you guys are family or like soul family. They may see you as part of their future family as well in terms of like a romantic connection. And it's like they know that they have something very special with you and they don't want to lose it to somebody else. There could be a little bit of jealousy here or just them wanting to really fight for this and put in the effort. Because with the Nine of Cups, it's like you really are this person's wish fulfillment here. It's like you are a dream come true to them. You're everything that they've been hoping for, looking for in a romantic partner. And somebody to be with. And with the Six of Pentacles, it's like they want to really give to this connection, everything that they have, I feel like, inside of them. You can see there's like something growing here. They're like tossing these coins on this little plant and it's expanding. And it's like that's how they see this connection as something that needs to maybe be nurtured. And that if they give their love, if they give their energy to this connection, it will grow into something really beautiful is what I'm feeling. With the Knight of Wands, this is definitely about a lot of passion and, physical desire your person also has for you. They really want to rush in very quickly. These are the fastest moving knights here. There could be some sort of truth as well your person wants to bring to you here with the Knight of Swords. They might want to give you some clarity. I'm definitely feeling communication from both of these. It's like they don't want stagnancy in this connection. They want to really move things forward. This may be about giving you some sort of truth that maybe they've been holding back here because the Six of Pentacles is a very generous energy. So it's like they want to be very generous maybe with their communication, with revealing their feelings, things like that. I'm also hearing like flirtation as well. Okay, let's see. Clarify the Knight of Swords, Pile 2's person's secret thoughts about Pile 2. Clarify the Knight of Swords, Pile 2's person's secret thoughts about Pile 2. Clarify the Knight of Swords, Pile 2's person's secret thoughts. Clarify the Knight of Swords, Pile 2's person's secret thoughts about Pile 2. Three of Swords. Clarify the Knight of Swords, pile two's person's secret thoughts about pile two. Clarify the Knight of Swords, pile two's person's secret thoughts about pile two. Clarify the Knight of Swords. And the King of Wands and the Knight of Wands. Okay, the Knight of Wands coming out twice. So, for some of you, there may be no contact or some sort of separation here. Heartbreak energy with the Three of Swords. I feel like your person is very emotional about this, if there is a separation between the two of you. They definitely really miss you. It's like, you can see this heart is like being like torn in half. Like they kind of feel like you are the other part of their heart here. They feel very attached to you on that level. And so again, with the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands, they still feel so much passion for you. They do want to come back, you know, with a lot of flirtation, a lot of energy. The King of Wands is also a strong visionary. They have a really strong vision of the future. They really know what they want as well. This person has a lot of desire for you, a lot of heat. And I also feel like they really want to be confident and come back to you here. If there has been like a separation, it's like they know that maybe it would take a lot of confidence on their part to have the bravery to return to you. But it's like they can't help but feel so drawn to you, like so magnetized to you. I'm really hearing like you really awaken this person's masculine energy. So they may be, you know, a man, and you really bring that out. They also could be female, but it's like you bring out this person's masculine energy so strongly of like their desire, their passion, that heat. It's like you really spark them up, make them feel really alive. Clarify the Knight of Wands, pile two's person's secret thoughts about pile two. Clarify the Knight of Wands. Clarify the Knight of Wands. The Magician, exactly, so much desire. Your person may also be a fire sign for some of you. Yeah, they want to manifest you. They want to create you in their life. It's like they really have their vision set on you here. They really have their eyes set on you. Their desire and passion is all very much targeted at you, and so they want to, you know, have you in their life. They want their inner world to become their outer world. They also could just be fantasizing about you as well a lot with the Magician energy. And it's like they're literally almost like creating you in their life because they're fantasizing about you so much. Clarify the Nine of Cups, pile two's person's secret thoughts about pile two. Seven of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the Hanged Man. So it could be that your person is sort of just like now coming to this realization of just how much you really mean to them here. Again, if there's this like heartbreak, it's like maybe they didn't quite, you know, value the connection in the past, or they were a little bit, you know, inconsistent or something like that. But now it's like they're getting this whole new perspective because of their intuition with the High Priestess that you are so special to them, that you are like the one for them, you are their wish fulfillment, you're their, you know, dream come true. They're really seeing that now. They've taken maybe time to sort of pause and surrender a bit of their ego and really see things, I feel like, with renewed eyes, and that's why they want to invest in this connection here with the Seven of Pentacles. Just like with the Six of Pentacles, kind of similar vibes, where it's like giving all of their energy to something that really means a lot because they want to grow this, they want to see this expand and turn into something really beautiful. They're definitely very emotionally invested in you here with the Seven of Pentacles. They may have always been as well, but they also could have, you know, denied it in themselves or something like that, tried to run away from those feelings at some point. Clarify the Six of Pentacles, pile two's person's secret thoughts about pile two. Clarify the Six of Pentacles, pile two's person's secret thoughts about pile two. Six of Swords, Six of Pentacles, clarify the Six of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so this is definitely giving me like reconciliation vibes. So they want to release, you know, maybe any sort of negative, I'm getting like Five of Swords energy, conflict energy between the two of you, tension. They want to leave that baggage in the past. They want to move forward, and they really want to put in the effort in this connection. They may also be letting go of some of their old behavior as well, as what I'm getting with the Six of Swords. Maybe they weren't putting like a ton of effort into the connection at one point. Maybe they were kind of, you know, doing their own thing or focused on other stuff. But it's like they're really seeing how important this connection is to them now, and they really want to like put in, like they just really want to give it their all. They want to like dedicate themselves to this. So they want things to move forward with you, to, you know, calmer waters, to, you know, really good times. And they also feel like this is calling them maybe to work on themselves as well. in order to maybe really give you what you deserve in this connection, give you the love that you really are worthy of. All right, so let's get some oracle cards now. All right, pile 2. What are pile 2's person's secret thoughts about pile 2? What are pile 2's person's secret thoughts about pile 2? What are pile 2's person's secret thoughts about pile 2? What are pile 2's person's secret thoughts? We have the prayer, holding hands. What are pile 2's person's secret thoughts about pile 2? We have the ghost. What are pile 2's person's secret thoughts about pile 2? Pile 2's person's secret thoughts about pile 2. What are pile 2's person's secret thoughts? And the lotus. Okay, so let's get into these. So prayer. This is that kind of energy almost of like the star for me. So this says connecting to higher power, spiritual awakening, meditation, channeled messages, and worship. So they are definitely connecting to something like outside of themselves here. They may also literally like be praying for this connection. Or praying for advice here, guidance, connecting to their higher self is really what I'm getting. Let's see, we also have, that actually came through, yeah, with the High Priestess, definitely. They are connecting to their heart space. They're also, I feel like, maybe receiving a lot of messages, and they're listening to those is what I'm getting. We also have the holding hands, so this is about you guys really coming together and being in a really public union here, spending a lot of time together, hanging out with each other, dating. So they're definitely thinking about being with you here, being in a relationship. And then we have the ghost card, no communication, running away from self, fear of intimacy, overwhelming emotions, abandonment issues, and inconsistent. So this may have been how they presented in the past. Kind of like I was sensing they want to change here. They want to, really dedicate themselves to this connection. And so, they may be realizing that if they did ever like ghost you or kind of act hot and cold, it was really because maybe they were afraid of intimacy. They were dealing with themselves. They were running away from maybe having to face up to their insecurities, things like that. Maybe they literally had abandonment issues. So I feel like they're doing a lot of reflection here. Also, if you guys are in no communication, I feel like they're definitely thinking about ending that because of the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands coming out. That's definitely about pursuing the relationship. We have the Lotus, unconditional love, enlightenment, transmuting darkness to light, living in the now, and crown chakra activation. So they want to transmute their inner darkness, their issues. I also feel like this is about kind of like the Six of Swords energy. Like if there's been issues in the past between the two of you, it's like they want to have the relationship like literally like become stronger because of these obstacles. So it's like the unconditional love between the two of you kind of helping to maybe repair the energy of the connection, bring a lot of, like real beautiful feelings back to the two of you guys being together. All right, let's get some more oracle cards. Pile 2's person's secret thoughts about pile 2, please. Pile 2's person's secret thoughts about pile 2. Pile 2's person's secret thoughts about pile 2. Pile 2's person's secret thoughts about pile 2. We have, it is safe for you to love, open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So yeah, that's like that Six of Pentacles energy, really giving of the heart space. And then it's interesting because this is about, this ghost energy is about kind of feeling unsafe, feeling like you need to run away because you're scared of your feelings. And so it's like, that's what they're realizing is that in order to have this really beautiful connection, they do have to feel safe to open their heart space to you, to have that real intimacy here. The two of you guys really coming into a harmonious partnership. What are pile 2's person's secret thoughts about pile 2? What are pile 2's person's secret thoughts about pile 2? What are pile 2's person's secret thoughts about pile 2? What are pile 2's person's secret thoughts about pile 2? We have honeymoon, forgiving and learning, and you deserve love. Okay, so the honeymoon energy is kind of giving me like, yeah, like this holding hands where it's like kind of the two of you running off together, spending a lot of quality time together, just the two of you guys alone. Definitely what they're thinking about. The bliss of you guys connecting. And then forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. And that's exactly the Six of Swords and the Lotus energy, releasing and healing maybe their own past issues, but also like the past of this connection. Maybe they want to have a conversation with you, maybe even like ask for forgiveness. But I feel like they're really learning from their mistakes, their actions. They're ready to, be more in the energy of really giving all that love without sort of hiding away or repressing it because they're scared that if they are vulnerable, they'll get hurt. And then we have you deserve the love, you are lovable. So your person may have had a lot of insecurities here. It's like they literally maybe did not feel safe to love you or safe to open up because they didn't feel like they maybe deserved your love deep down. And so they're starting to feel lovable, they're starting to feel worthy, they're starting to feel good about themselves, which is, I feel like, giving them the confidence to return to you, to improve the connection, to really pursue you the way that they want to. All right. Let's get some messages from them now and see what they want to say to you. All right. Pile 2. What does Pile 2's person want to say to Pile 2 right now? What does Pile 2's person want to say to Pile 2 right now? We have a mirror. You reflect my darkness and light. I see myself more clearly through you. So, interesting how this card says transmuting darkness to light. So it's like you've helped them to see their shadow sides. Maybe you've helped them to see where they did not feel safe. They did not feel lovable. And they feel like they've gotten this really beautiful perspective on themselves as a person through this connection. And I feel like they're really grateful to that. And I feel like they're literally taking that mirroring effect and they're actually like integrating it. They're actually using it. Pile 2. What else does Pile 2's person want to say to Pile 2? What else does Pile 2's person want to say to Pile 2? Balance. I want to bring balance and fairness to our connection. The Six of Pentacles is definitely about like equal giving and receiving as well. Inner child. I'm learning to love and nurture my inner child, which is part of them releasing that baggage from the past. And then mask. My fears made me hide behind a mask and live a life of illusion. So they may have been very scared, and that may have caused them to sort of, live a life of illusion, sort of hide and mask their real feelings. Again, that feeling of not being lovable. What else does Pile 2's person want to say to Pile 2? What else does Pile 2's person want to say to Pile 2? Consciousness. I acted from my level of consciousness at the time, and this is about basically them ascending now and seeing how now that they're at a higher plane, they're kind of looking back on their past behavior and seeing how, if they were where they are now, which I feel like is more enlightened, they would have made different choices. And so they're basically saying, like, I acted from basically where I was at. It wasn't really about you. It was about me. We have introspection. I've been on an inner journey of self-discovering and awakening. Beautiful. So they've been looking at themselves. I feel like they're becoming very self-aware at this point. They have been awakening. Yeah, the Hanged Man is about, I feel like, as well, getting a lot of insight on themselves. They may be also kind of like in hermit mode a lot. And I feel like as they isolate themselves, as they introspect, they see so clearly how meaningful you are to them, and they don't deny it to themselves. All right, so let's get some more messages. What else does Pile 2's person want to say to Pile 2? What else does Pile 2's person want to say to Pile 2? What else does Pile 2's person want to say to Pile 2? I'm learning my lessons. Oh my gosh, look at this. You reflect back all of my beauty and pain, literally, with the mirror card coming out twice. So they're really seeing how their shadow sides have maybe really come out in this connection and how they really do need to introspect and learn these lessons here because of that. All right, what else does Pile 2's person really want to say to Pile 2? I saw my dark side reflected back at me through your eyes. This is really crazy how, like, the word reflect keeps coming out so much. So you may have really brought their shadow out, and it's like they may have not had, like, a lot of self-awareness in terms of, like, how their actions maybe affect other people until you, because they really are connected to you. You really are, like, mirroring them so much. You guys might be twin flames or counterparts or something like that due to the mirroring so strongly. And I feel like maybe whatever they did or said or how they acted, it's like they got such a clear mirror from you about how that maybe really made you feel, and it really caused them, I feel like, to introspect and learn, because they finally maybe saw like the truth that they were like hiding from about who they really are, and maybe like who they didn't want to be anymore. All right, pile 2. What else is pile 2? Let's see. I will always forgive you. So forgiving and learning, yeah. If you've done stuff in this connection as well, they're saying like I'll always forgive you for, you know, what you've done here. What else does pile 2's person want to say to pile 2? What else does pile 2's person want to say? The superficial things I thought I wanted only brought me suffering. So they may have been living this life of illusion with the mask energy. They may have been going after sort of, you know, shiny objects, sparkly things, and they're realizing that the superficial life that maybe they were living was not bringing them any sort of lasting fulfillment. And it's like they need to find like true spiritual fulfillment, instead of just seeking externally things to make them feel, you know, helping them to numb their pain, things like that. What else does pile 2's person want to say to pile 2? What else does pile 2's person want to say? You're always on my mind. So they are always thinking about you, quite a lot. Let's see, what else does pile 2's person want to say? You enlighten me with your divine essence. Beautiful. So you really bring this person so much clarity. And I feel like they also see their light attributes through you, like their capacity to love, the beauty that they do have within them. I feel like they see that in you. You reflect that to them. I want to be in a committed relationship with you, so they really want to commit to you. I definitely get that with like the 8 of Pentacles. That's a very committed energy. What else does pile 2's person want to say to pile 2? What else does pile 2's person want to say to pile 2 right now? And you are true perfection. Aw, so your person really sees you in a very idealized way. They think you're really perfect for them. That could even be like one of their shadows, is that they may view you kind of on a pedestal and maybe feel insecure about themselves at times, in comparison to you, pile 2. All right, before we close out the reading, let's get you a word of advice from these beautiful cards. All right. Pile 2, what does pile 2 need to hear right now? Guidance for pile 2, please. Guidance for pile 2. This is so interesting. This also came out for pile 1, so there may be a collective energy right now going on. The renewal card, rest. Switch off the mind. A short holiday would do you a world of good at this time. A change of scenery results in renewed clarity and sense of purpose. And so what I was feeling for pile 1 with this card is you can literally go on a vacation or go somewhere, but it's also about changing the scenery of your mind. You know, maybe if you're feeling very stuck or looking at a situation or something from a very like limited perspective, you can kind of shift it around and try to see it with renewed clarity. And I feel like that can really give you a lot of guidance on, you know, what to do next. So also, you know, this could be about going into nature and just really healing yourselves, turning off your mind. This could also be about meditation. I'm kind of getting that you may be in a bit of a Dark Night of the Soul or Four of Swords energy, where it's like you are going through a transformation, like the snake here, you're shedding a layer of yourself. So if you're feeling like you really just need to like be by yourself, not talk to people, switch off your mind, just sleep a lot, just really heal, then definitely do that. We also have the Passion card. Love, sensual energy, passions aroused, vital life force, kundalini, the sun, giver of life, strength, a gift, new infusion of energy, something beyond your control, and surrender. So you may be feeling a very heightened sort of passionate energy at this time. You might be feeling very, yeah, like that kundalini energy, which is interesting because the snake in this card is also tied to that. So I feel like this is about your masculine energy really rising within you. This could be about this connection is going to enter a new phase where it's very passionate. But I feel like you are getting, yeah, that like that life force, like this says, like you may be starting to really find yourself, find your purpose, really step out into, I'm hearing like step out into like the light, step out into the sunshine, and maybe really like get that renewed sense of like, you know, why it feels good to be alive, why you feel like you are, you know, meant to be here. And you may find a lot of, you know, passions for new ventures in your life, and definitely maybe a renewed sense of passion just about life in general, pile 2. All right, thank you so much for watching Pile 2. It was a pleasure to read for you, sending you lots of love and beauty and abundance and other good things. Take care of yourselves. All right, bye-bye. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. So, let's look at your person's secret thoughts about you now. All right, Pile 3. What are Pile 3's person's secret thoughts about Pile 3 right now? What are Pile 3's person's secret thoughts about Pile 3 right now? What are Pile 3's person's secret thoughts about Pile 3? What are Pile 3's person's secret thoughts about Pile 3? What are Pile 3's person's secret thoughts about Pile 3? What are Pile 3's person's secret thoughts about Pile 3? What are Pile 3's person's secret thoughts about Pile 3? What are Pile 3's person's secret thoughts about Pile 3? Alright, Page of Wands. We have the Moon. Pile 3's person's secret thoughts. Queen of Cups. Pile 3's person's secret thoughts about Pile 3. The Lovers and the Two of Swords. Okay, so their secret thoughts. Let's see. I feel like with the Moon here, your person definitely has a lot of very deep emotions for you. This is also very like psychic connection is what I'm getting with the Queen of Cups as well. You guys are very intuitively connected. The Moon definitely can indicate though like a lot of secret feelings here, that there's a lot that is hidden in this connection. With the Lovers, it's like your person truly sees you as their counterpart. They see you as their perfect match. They really do love you here with the Lovers. That could be something that they maybe very secretly think about is how on the emotional level they feel this soul connection, this love with you, I feel like stronger than anything else. With the Queen of Cups, they think you are a very sweet, beautiful person. They see you as like very compassionate, very unconditionally loving as well. I feel like they hold you in a very high esteem, high regard. Like they just have a lot of really sweet thoughts when it comes to you. Let's see, with the Page of Wands, definitely this is about them wanting to sort of like come into your life with a lot of energy, enthusiasm. I feel like they think about communication with you a lot. It could be that they don't maybe, when they communicate with you, maybe they don't show everything about how they're feeling. You can see in the Moon card, she's kind of holding a mask here and looking at it. So it's like maybe they think about opening up to you more about their hidden thoughts and their hidden emotions. That could be something that they really think about is maybe just how much that they have hidden in regards to this connection, how much maybe they haven't showed you their love for you. And with the Two of Swords, it's like they need to like make a decision, I feel like, in this connection. They need to use their intuition to really choose what's best for them. So it could be that they need to walk away from something else to be in this connection, or they really need to choose to open their heart to you if they want to be with you. And I feel like that's kind of the energy, is it's like almost like they're at a crossroads right now about maybe taking off that mask and revealing to you what's really going on with them beneath the surface, what they're really thinking about, how they're really feeling, or do they stay kind of in the shadows here in the Moon? Like, it's like I'm almost seeing with this Queen of Cups energy, it's like they may just sort of watch you do your thing, just be beautiful and shine, and it's almost like they're kind of like a silent observer sort of watching you, but like sort of secretly worshiping you, almost really seeing you as this really beautiful being, but maybe not revealing to you what's on their mind. All right, let's clarify a bit now. All right, let's see. Clarify the Lovers. What are Pile 3's person's secret thoughts about Pile 3? Clarify the Lovers, please. Clarify the Lovers, pile three's person's secret thoughts. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Clarify the Lovers, pile three's person's secret thoughts about pile three. Clarify the Lovers. Six of Pentacles, Page of Swords. Okay, so they definitely are thinking about, definitely like I was saying, communication and investment here with the Seven of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. I feel like your person is very emotionally invested in you here. They see you as a person of a lot of value, someone that adds a lot of value to their life. And this is also that energy of like, you know, patience. It's like they feel that you are someone who is worth waiting for in their life, someone who is worth you know, giving a lot and reaping the rewards here. The Six of Pentacles is also about being of a very generous heart, and that could be about being generous with their truth here with the Page of Swords. Being generous with communication, really opening up to you, giving you maybe the kindness and the compassion that you have given to them. This also could literally be about, like, the Six of Pentacles, like, giving you gifts and things like that, or, like, sort of showering you with a lot of presence or just a lot of affection. Because I feel like in their heart, that's really what they want to do. But the Page of Swords can kind of represent, like I was saying, sort of like the silent observer, kind of just like watching and waiting rather than taking action. And I feel like they think about what it would be like maybe to fully open their heart to you. Clarify the Moon. What are pile three's person's secret thoughts about pile three? Clarify the Moon. Clarify the Moon. Pile three's person's secret thoughts about pile three. Clarify the Moon. Clarify the Moon. Justice and the Four of Swords. Clarify the Moon. Pile three's person's secret thoughts. Eight of Pentacles, the High Priestess. Okay, so for some of you, there may be some sort of balance that they want to like repay in this connection. With the Justice card, I feel like that's kind of about karma sometimes, taking accountability. So with the Moon, it's almost like maybe they think about taking accountability for their shadow side. And with the Four of Swords, it's like they really want to heal. I feel like heal the connection, maybe heal things that maybe have happened in the past between the two of you. Move things forward in a good direction. Let's see. We also have the Eight of Pentacles and the High Priestess. So it's like, yeah, their intuition is really telling them to put in the effort and this connection, to dedicate themselves to this. That they do want to maybe work on themselves here with the Four of Swords, balance themselves out to be a better partner to you, to move things forward and, you know, allow in maybe the best possible timeline of this connection through healing themselves, not let things descend into ruin or difficulty. Clarify the Two of Swords. What are pile three's person's secret thoughts about pile three? Clarify the Two of Swords. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Clarify the Two of Swords. Pile three's person's secret thoughts about pile three. Clarify the Two of Swords. Two of Cups and Knight of Cups. Okay, so this is definitely about changes here with the Wheel of Fortune, things shifting. This also could be about literally, like, I think I was saying earlier, like things leaving their life, people leaving their life. So for some of you, it's like your person may be caught between you and someone else or something else. And right now they're thinking about maybe releasing a karmic partner or a karmic pattern in order to be able to follow their heart and, you know, be with you here with the Two of Cups and the Knight of Cups, in order to be able to pursue these deep feelings that maybe they've been having to really hide with the Moon. They may be really having to, you know, act like they don't care about you if they're with somebody else or something like that. And it's like they want to take this connection out in the open here with the Lovers, take this connection out into like the public, you know, really be able to be together. Because with the Wheel of Fortune, this is about destiny. It's like they feel like it's their destiny to follow this feeling that they have for you. And that if they do need to walk away from something else, or even if that's just their own fears, like a karmic pattern within them, then, you know, so be it. That's what they have to do. If they need to choose you over something else, then that, it's like in a way choosing themselves, because with the Lovers and the Two of Cups, it's definitely like you guys share a very deep soul connection that they probably don't feel with anyone else. And so it's like, in order to feel like, to follow their own heart fulfillment, it's like they need to, I feel like, come to you, express themselves to you. All right, let's get some oracle cards now. All right, pile three. What are pile three's person's secret thoughts about pile three? What are pile three's person's secret thoughts about pile three? We have the diamond. Look at that. Marriage, everlasting love, eternity, commitment, forever yours, and irreplaceable. So, they may be thinking about literally marrying you, having this eternal commitment. They also might just feel like you guys have this sort of like, you know, eternal commitment, eternal feeling for each other, this beautiful connection. Even if you guys are not like together, it's like they feel like maybe you're the person that they are destined to marry. And it's like they can't really walk away from this connection, or I feel like part from it emotionally. They feel like they are forever yours and that you are irreplaceable to them. What are pile three's person's secret thoughts about pile three? We have the sun, pure joy, new beginnings, embracing the now, bright future, embodying the light and solar plexus activation. So that's what I was feeling here. It's like rather than things being secretive with the moon, things being hidden in the dark, it's like they want to literally take this connection out in the open and embrace this really beautiful new beginning, this fresh start, this really happy feeling that they have with you. What are pile three's person's secret thoughts about pile three? We have the prayer and the lotus. Let's see. The prayer says, connecting to higher power, spiritual awakening, meditation, channeled messages, and worship. So that's part of their, I feel like them connecting to their intuition with the high priestess and the moon is that they really are getting a lot of intuitive downloads when they connect to their higher self, when they connect to source or God or whatever they connect to, that this is like a very important connection. They literally may feel like they've been told by the divine that they should marry you, or like you're the person that they're meant to be with. And then the lotus, unconditional love, enlightenment, transmuting darkness to light, living in the now. Interesting, living in the now came out twice. So it's like instead of your person maybe being caught up in their fears and insecurities and doubts, it's like they want to shift into really living in the light, really living in the now moment, being grateful, being happy. And again, like transmuting darkness to light. So like if these feelings for you have been hidden, or this connection has had to be sort of hidden for whatever reason, it's like they want to take it into reality. They really want to be like an official thing with you. They want these feelings to finally maybe come up to the surface, to express themselves to you. Pile three. What are pile three's person's secret thoughts about pile three? We have wedding. Oh my gosh, look at that, you guys. Diamond and then wedding. Like, this person is seriously thinking about getting married to you, or perhaps even leaving behind a previous commitment to pursue this connection. But yeah, this person wants like the real deal with you. Pile three. What are pile three's person's secret thoughts about pile three? What are pile three's person's secret thoughts? Let's see, we have honeymoon. It's cute, wedding and honeymoon. So they're thinking about the two of you kind of like running off together, you know, being together alone, you know, spending a lot of just quality time, you know, that emotional intimacy, physical intimacy, things like that. Very romantic energy. What are pile three's person's secret thoughts about pile three? And calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So they do feel like you are their soulmate. And they literally might be like, with this prayer energy, like literally calling you in, maybe manifesting you, affirming that you guys are together. They may be into manifestation for some of you, but I feel like they're just visualizing maybe this wedding between the two of you, maybe the future that they want with you. They have like, I feel like very high hopes for this connection. They might literally feel like they manifested you, like you are, maybe they prayed to meet their soulmate and you showed up, and that's how they kind of view you, pile three, in their life. All right, let's get some messages from them now, pile three. All right, pile three. What does pile three's person want to say to pile three right now? We have date. I want to take you out for a night of fun and romance. So they definitely want to, I feel like, you know, have that honeymoon energy, take you out on a date, have a lot of fun with you. Again, it's like, it seems really important for this person that like other people know you guys are together. Like they want to like be seen with you, almost, is what I'm getting. Twin flames, we embody divine love. So definitely you guys could be twin flames. This person may feel like you guys are twin flames, if that resonates for you. But it's like, definitely this is a very spiritual connection, and you really embody that divine love in this connection, that really powerful soul love, that is something, you know, higher. sort of fifth dimensional energy. They feel like that is what they share with you. They don't have that connection with anybody else. Let's see. Pile 3. What else does pile 3's person want to say to pile 3? We have cycles. There are major karmic cycles that are being balanced out between us right now. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune literally came out. So that is what's going on. Cycles are shifting. Cycles are changing. Like I was saying, karmic energies could be leaving this connection, shifting out of your person's life. Those karmic energies definitely could be mostly internal, though. So things are being balanced. And the Justice card definitely indicates that. That there is this sort of rebalancing happening and things are coming back into alignment. Your person wants to bring things into a lot of alignment, a lot of balance with you. Pile 3. What else does pile 3's person want to say to pile 3? We have mutual. The love between us is mutual. I feel the same way that you do. So this could be that with that moon energy that came out earlier, a person just does have a lot of secret feelings for you and maybe you doubt, you know, how they feel, or you're not sure because they don't always show it or something like that. And they're saying like, no, I definitely want the same things that you do. I definitely feel the connection. I definitely feel the love, even if I've hidden it. So don't feel like you're the only one, you know, thinking about me or wanting to be with me. Like I think about you too. What else does pile 3's person want to say to pile 3? We have thinking. I can't stop thinking about you. You're constantly on my mind. That's so funny because I was just saying like, don't think that you're the only one thinking about me. So they may be like sort of obsessively thinking about you at times where they feel like you're just always on their mind. It's like things always just remind them of you. And that's why they feel like you really are their soulmate. You really are like their twin flame even, because they, no matter like what has happened or where they're at or what they're doing, it's like you're just always kind of perpetually there on their mind. And it's like they feel like maybe even the universe sort of reminds them of you a lot, or like they see your name everywhere, something like that. What else does pile 3's person want to say to pile 3? We have, let's see, I'll take this one. We have a mask. My fears made me hide behind a mask and live a life of illusion. That's funny, that card has come out all 3 readings. So kind of funny because this is like a secret thoughts reading. But yeah, so if your person ever did hide their feelings from you or act like they didn't care, things like that, it was definitely because they were wearing a mask with you because they were scared to maybe really admit to you how they felt, or they felt like they couldn't admit to you their feelings for whatever reason. Let's see. All right, let's get some more messages. What else does pile 3's person want to say to pile 3 right now? We have, I apologize to my inconsistent behavior. It's due to mental conflict I'm having to sort out right now. So yeah, they're having to leave behind their mental conflict. They're having to leave behind maybe hot and cold energy with you, and they're saying that they're sorry for that. There truly is no competition. No one else ever really had a chance to take my heart because it always belonged to you. Other people's opinions about our connection don't matter. What matters is the love that we share. So if there were like other parties involved, just like maybe their friends or their family that were kind of like putting doubts in their head or something about the connection, they're saying like they're realizing that this love is more important than maybe what other people think about the connection. I'm making new choices. I want different things for my life now. So those karmic cycles, there are things that are leaving their life. They're making new choices. And I feel like they're really wanting to explore this love connection. It's like that's what they're starting to really want to prioritize. What else does pile 3's person want to say to pile 3? What else does pile 3's person want to say to pile 3? What else does pile 3's person want to say? Every time I think about you, my love for you washes over my entire being. So they are thinking about you all the time. So it's like they just think about these memories that they have with you, these feelings that they have for you. You enlighten me with your divine essence. So they feel like you've brought a lot of enlightenment to them. You've brought a lot of clarity to them. You've brought them a lot of just like that beautiful divine energy. And it's like you've given them maybe a new perspective on themselves, on life and love in general. What else does pile 3's person want to say to pile 3? What else does pile 3's person want to say? My mind is running wild with fantasies of being with you, which is cute because like the honeymoon card came out. So they definitely do have maybe sort of wild thoughts about you. And it's like sometimes they just really start thinking about you very strongly and they can't stop imagining being with you, things like that. Pile 3. All right. Before we close out this reading, let's get you a message from this deck, a word of advice. What does pile 3 need to hear right now, please? What does pile 3 need to hear right now, please? What does pile 3 need to hear right now, please? All right, so we have the responsibility card. Do what feels right for you above all else. It is impossible to please all parties in the present situation. You have responsibility only for your own life and actions. Others must take responsibility for themselves. So I think this is saying that, you know, whatever's going on in your person's life, whatever they're up to, whatever they're dealing with, like, you really need to prioritize yourself and take care of yourself first. And that, like, yeah, really, you're not responsible for other people's actions. What you're really responsible for is how you react to other people and the decisions you make. So, you know, your person does have to take responsibility for their choices and, you know, the direction they take this connection, the direction they take their life in general. We have emotions. You are awash with unexpected emotions. Say exactly what you feel. It is safe for you to speak your truth. Interesting how the moon card came out, and they're also sort of in the moon energy. So you may also just be feeling very emotional about this person. And this is saying that if you guys are in communication, if you feel like you really need to communicate something with them or speak your truth from your heart, it could be part of, like, you know, doing what feels right for you. This is definitely Spirit encouraging you to say what you feel and that it's safe for you to speak your truth and that you should speak your truth. And then we have soulmate, beautiful. And this says love, partnership, magnetic attraction between two people, union. You discover a deep sense of self through a relationship with another. So this is definitely a confirmation that this person is your soulmate or divine counterpart, twin flame, however you choose to label it. And it's interesting, you discover a deep sense of self through a relationship with one another. So you guys are magnetically attracted because you have the soul connection, and I feel like you were really meant to learn a lot from each other. You were really meant to inspire each other, meant to really learn who you are. And you may feel that, like, you've really discovered yourself on a much deeper level. You've really discovered your spirituality on just a whole nother, level through this connection. So definitely I think this is saying, like, no matter what, don't doubt that this is a very spiritual connection. You do have this bond with this person and really trust that. And maybe it is time for you to express something to this person if you feel like that's what your intuition is really telling you to do. All right, pile 3, thank you so much for watching. Sending you so much love, beauty, and abundance. Please take care of yourself. All right, bye-bye.